it was at the school, and I would explain to them, what happened that day. And my daughters, now ask me about it every once in a while. But those traumatic events, whether they are small or big, if they witness it together, you kind of bond over it.
Mm-hmm.
So
September 11th could be said the same way.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I remember walking into work and I had a little 1-inch color TV, and watched it on there after the first plane hit, and I couldn't stay at work anymore. So, but yeah, it was a bonding experience as well. So, in the paranormal, Ron had that same sort of experience when he was bonding with the Creeps guys, chasing down the hallway after a shadow figure.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Not running from it, but going after it. So,
brave people, I got to tell you.
Oh yeah, that's always interesting. Brenda, she asked about raised over 600 pounds. She wants to know what that means.
Oh, thank you, Brenda. That's so kind of you. I love it when people read the back of my book. It distracts people from my picture that's on the back of the book. I like that. But way back in the 1980s, like I said, I was younger and prettier, had a better body, not old and broken down like I am now. I tried to be a competitive weightlifter, and you hang and bang in the gym a lot, trying to make yourself into something you think you're going to be, or trying to emulate Stallone, Schwarzenegger, or a professional wrestler, or God knows what, not realizing all these dudes are on steroids at the time, but you're killing yourself anyways. And, 600 pounds is what we refer to in the gym as having a good day. And I tried to, for my 55th birthday, I tried to go back in the gym and repeat that. And oh boy, did I paid for that. I just paid big time for that.
So hopefully you didn't hurt yourself too bad. But
it put into my training for about a month. Yes, it did. So listen, hey, your body knows when enough is enough.
Yeah, it does. And I totally understand about the lifting. Ron was a bodybuilder in his younger days when I met him. So, Yep, I know all about that. Kind of miss them days, when I could actually do some of those things myself. God has said, stop that stuff. You're too old for that crap now. So, but everyone, we're coming up on our break here in about 2 minutes. So, you're a power lifter? Yeah.
Tried to be.
No, Ron's telling me he's a power lifter.
Yeah, we all tried to be. And here's the thing, Ron could probably relate to this. You get into competition because in school I was what you call the track star. I did the mile in under in under 3 minutes. There, and that sounds great, but there's the guy that comes in a half second before you and he beats you. So is he a better athlete than you, or did he just have a better day? And that's what being competitive in weightlifting and in sports is all about. It's that person who is a half second better, or who scored over you by a half kilo. That's competitive sports.
Oh, believe me, the Pridemore men know competitive sports. We talked about it for all last week. In fact, that's some of the things we were talking about with Ron's dad. Not his feet were going. He couldn't open his eyes, but we were talking about sports, and his feet were just a going while we were talking about it. So he could hear us. He couldn't respond, but he could hear us. So it was funny. We were talking about his grandkids in the sports, and the boys in their sports, and him coaching and all that stuff. So, because Ron's dad was a baseball coach and a basketball coach. Mm-hmm. So we got to hear about some competitive stories, and not only with other people outside the family, within the family.
Yeah.
So it was interesting. So everybody, we're going to have a break here. Go get something warm to drink. Enjoy yourself. Come back here in 2 minutes, and we're going to talk some more to Frank. I hope you guys have some really good questions for him, because I know some of you are wondering what the Aberdeen wild man looks like. So we're going to talk about that in a few minutes. So go get yourself a hot drink. You're listening to WBHM Digital Broadcasting out of Birmingham, Alabama, and we'll be right back.
You are listening to WBHM Digital Broadcasting, the best in paranormal talk radio.
You're listening to WBHM Digital Broadcasting, the best in paranormal talk, only on Paranormal Experience Radio, broadcasting live out of Birmingham, Alabama.
Thank you for listening to WBHM Digital Broadcasting out of Birmingham, Alabama. The time is 23 minutes after the hour.
Welcome back to the Paranormal Pride. I'm your hostess, Denise Pridemore. I wanted to tell you guys about an event that's coming up on August 17th. It's called Spook Show Con. It's going to be in DeKalb, Illinois, and I am helping out Tom McNicholas and the team with some stuff there. So if you guys are looking for some place to go on August 17th in DeKalb, Illinois, we are looking for vendors. Please go out there on Facebook and look for Spook Show Con and check out that and send a message, and we will get you a vendor table there. I don't know how much they are yet. I forgot to look before I got on here. We were talking about it before the funeral, and my brain has gone. I've forgotten a lot of things in the last week from lack of sleep. But go check that out. Tom is great. He'll tell you all the information that you need to know to become a vendor for that event. It's a one-day event. It's in a Red Roof Inn. It's going to be great. We're going to be there. There's also going to be that evening. There's going to be a tour an investigation at the Egyptian Theater there. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and you're going to love it. So check it out. See if it's something you want to do, and we'd love to have you. So talk to you later on that, and I'll post the link in the chat rooms so that you guys can follow up on that if you want to. If not, if you forget, just send me a message. I'll tell you what it is. So, but okay, back to you, Frank, because this is all about you. We've talked a lot about.
Oh yeah, everything's all about me. Yeah.
This time it's got to be, because I don't want it to be about me.
Hey, listen, if you guys are going to be at that Illinois show, I'm signing up.
Oh yeah, we're going. It's like I said, I told Tom last year when we went to Spook Show Con, this was before I got sick and everything. I told him I'd help him out, and he's in the chat room right now, and I'm going to help him out however we can. We're going to try to get some people to come out there. It's going to be fun, and I think the Egyptian theater is going to be interesting. I've never been there, but I've seen and heard about it on a TV show that's no longer on air, and I think it's going to be really interesting. We went to the one that they had at in Mattoon. They had Spook Show Con in Mattoon, and it was good. But I think that this is going to be better because it's going to be in an enclosed location, not a mall. I think that makes a big difference. So it's going to be more focused on the events. But there's also films. So if you guys, if you have a film you want to submit, Tom can tell you how to do that. So I don't remember what kind of films, but I really got to read up on this stuff before I promote it, don't I?
I don't like doing shows in malls. I just don't. Why make me compete with Victoria's Secrets?
No, I mean I don't think there was a Victoria's Secret in that mall, but it was but I mean it was a nice little place and had no complaints about it. But that's the people that come in aren't really focused on the vendors. They're kind of like, what in the heck is going on here? So we want to get them focused on the vendors and the speakers and the films. Those films are the key thing, is get those films out there so people can see them. So I think it'll be fun. So I'll be talking about another Paracon here in a little bit as well on my next break.
Well, just to let you guys know, it's a good place for it. But
go ahead.
Near the end of next month, I'm going to be going up to Rochester for the Winter Parafest. You can look that up online. But Laurie Johnson, who's a friend of mine, Chris Dicieri, who you all have seen on TV, I've done shows with him, and a whole host of other people are going to be at this Paracon south of Rochester. And quite honestly, as cold as it is, I bet you ain't got nothing better to do. So let's rock this.
And don't you have one coming up next weekend in Hollywood, California?
Yeah. Well, this is different. What people, I don't advertise it a lot, but I used to be an actor in the long ago, when I was good looking, before the accident that made me all ugly and stuff. Mm-hmm. You refer to it as old age, but it was an accident. And this weekend I go to Los Angeles at the Westin Hotel at LAX for a celebrity signing event. Now, I'm not a celebrity. Everybody knows that. Don't pretend to be. But a celebrity friend of mine referred me to the show, and I thought it'd be a wonderful way to meet people out that way I don't normally get to see. I have a lot of friends in the business, and it's a good way to meet up with them again.
In fact, one of my friends in Facebook land is going to that conference, and I copied you on a comment to him saying, hey, you need to find Frank Bennett while you're at this event. So hopefully at least maybe you'll meet somebody and find out if he's a good guy. He sounds like a good guy. So he's really into film and movies and things like that. And they're going to the Egyptian theater in Hollywood around the same time for an event there as well. So apparently there's a huge event going on, multiple events going on related to horror and filmmaking same weekend out there. So that's always interesting. But hopefully,
well, as far as I know, I'm going to be the only with over 90 celebrities at this show coming up at the Westin and LAX this weekend. I am the only one there who has anything whatsoever to do with the paranormal, so it was my job to represent.
Oh, right. So Zach Baggins, I said it wrong. Zach Bagans, you're not going to go.
Baggins.
Whatever.
Baggins.
So he's not going to be there to represent for the paranormal community. So you're going to do it for him?
Lord, we joke about that a lot online. I don't know if I could add anything better to that. Just, hey, if he shows up, I'll be just so glad to see him. And the 10,000 spirits he drags in the room with him.
Well, we all saw what I had to say.